we were very excited. The first thing that struck us was HCL is from Tamil Nadu, but a cycling event is happening in Noida. Why not Chennai? Because Chennai is known for its cycling. So that's the first trigger. And then we know the kind of support HCL is doing to squash and other sports. And then we felt Chennai deserves HCL Cyclothon. See, that's the motivation and inspiration behind which we ensured that the cyclothon happened last week. And I remember that evening when Honorable Minister himself chaired a meeting with top police officials from Chennai, from Tambaram, from Chengalpattu district, because you need 3 jurisdictions. You need to collaborate all of them, bring them together, and then Chennai Corporation, then authorities from Chengalpattu. So, in fact, 15 minutes he gave clear directions and said that this event has to be done in a very successful manner. And you all know how our Honorable Chief Minister himself is a cycling enthusiast, and he cycles very often. So I thank both of them for the kind of support that has been given to us. In fact, the joke last year when we did the cyclothon was there were around 1,300 cyclists and there were equal number of cops on the road to protect all of them. So that's the kind of arrangements Tamil Nadu has put in place, and we take a lot of pride in that. And at the same time, the reason why brands like HCL, big companies like HCL probably add special value is, I mean, a sport like cycling needs people like HCL to come on board. States can do a lot of work, federations can do a lot of work, associations can do a lot of work, but you have that big brand, the sport is taken to the next level. I mean, I'm sure an event like this, could be done only when you have, people with passion like HCL. So thank you so much for doing that, and thank you so much for bringing Cyclothon to Chennai. And we have seen the kind of hit it was, completely green zone, and the kind of finish it was. Honorable Minister himself was there. So it was a fantastic event, and I'm sure. And in fact, it gave me a lot of confidence. I told them that day also. Cyclothon is here to stay in Chennai, and it will keep growing bigger. So that should be our target. And let me also take a moment to thank the stakeholders, particularly police, the kind of support police department, both Greater Chennai Police, Tambaram Commissioning, and Chengalpattu Police has given us immense. Just one phone call, they'll say, sir, we'll do whatever is required. The corporation, GCC Corporation, Chengalpattu Municipal Administration, and Health Department, so everyone, and most importantly volunteers. The true heroes of this event last year were the volunteers, around 400 volunteers helping everyone around. So we thank all of them. I must say that it won't be an exaggeration if I say that Tamil Nadu sports has been witnessing its golden era for the past 2.5 to 3 years. What we have been able to do for every sport is well known, and we are leaving no stone unturned to bring that improvement to every sport. And we'll take example of cycling, because if I keep speaking, it'll take 1 hour, as to what we are doing for sports, but I'll restrict myself only to cycling. Cycling remains one of our biggest priority areas as far as sport is concerned, not just cyclothons and all. As a sport that we make our younger generation come and take up as a sporting discipline on a competitive level. You all know, many friends from media would know that Honorable Chief Minister launched Tamil Nadu Champions Foundation, one of the very few initiatives, probably the only initiative by the state government anywhere in the country, where we launched a foundation to accept CSR donations and use it for the benefit of the sports persons. In fact, the first ₹5 lakh to the foundation came from Honorable Chief Minister, and Honorable Minister keeps reviewing it. The impact that TNC have generated is humongous. We so far benefited around 450 different sports persons, for their equipment, for their travel, everything. Of which, almost more than 1/4 or 1/3 is para sports persons. Matter of pride is the first beneficiary of Tamil Nadu Champions Foundation is a cyclist. We heard a news story in a newspaper that a young girl, class 12 girl from Coimbatore named Tabitha, is into cycling. I mean, due to her conditions, that she could not afford a competitive cycle, which would cost around 15 lakh or 14 lakh. So when we launched, parallelly we launched Tamil Nadu Champions Foundation. That's when Honorable Minister said she will be the first beneficiary. And so when we gave the first cycle, worth 15 lakh, many people were shocked. I mean, I was told in particular, circles that as a cycle cost 15 lakh. And we've heard a car, costing, 15 lakh, or a bike costing, 15 lakh. Does a cycle cost 15 lakhs? Yes, we said yes. That's how competitive cycle is. And after that, there were at least 7 to 8 cycling, champions, young champions who were given cycles. And today also, in the evening, 4 p.m., Honorable Minister is giving another cyclist a cycle worth around 12-13 lakhs for their competitions. You go through the profiles of all these beneficiaries from Tamil Nadu Champions Foundation. All these young girls and boys ensured that for the first time in the history of Khelo India Youth Games, Tamil Nadu is the overall champion in cycling in both boys and girls classes. And you take the profiles of these young boys and girls, you find them not from Chennai, you find them from remote parts of Coimbatore, remote parts of Theni, here, there, coming, studying in government schools, but has this passion for cycling and are able to win medals. So that's the kind of impact we could generate in the last, 1.5 years. And I should thank the association here, Cycling Association of Tamil Nadu, for their tremendous efforts.